Hello, guys. Welcome back to part number 5 of Eastern Cape, September 2023 or Prelim 2023. I'm still here. We're doing part 5. If it's the first time you're watching this channel, make sure that you subscribe, you like, you share, and you comment. Anything that you don't understand, please make sure that you comment so that I can explain further to you what is it that you don't understand. Okay, I'm doing this for free, guys, because I've realized that this subject has some tricks, and then I just want most people to make it in this subject. Okay, so let's get on to part number 5 and see what happens in part number 5. All right, so in part 5 we're going to focus on question number 5. Okay, Miss Chiru, a 58-year-old earns a gross salary of 46,523.16 per month. She contributes 7.5% of her gross salary towards pension fund and also pays an amount of 1,600 per month to a charity organization. Both of these contributions are non-taxable. Table 7 below shows the rate of tax that individuals in South Africa are liable to pay for the year 2022 and 2023. So we have those tax tables there, the tax rebates and stuff there. We have the taxable income, we have the rates of tax, taxable income, and the rate of tax here. Okay, so the below here we're given the age category, and we are given the rebate, and we are given what the tax threshold. Remember, the rebate, we count them as what we call the tax relief. After your annual tax have been calculated, then we subtract what we call the tax reliefs, and rebates are one of the tax reliefs. Then we have the tax threshold there. Okay, let's go to the question. First question: write out the full name of the organization that is responsible for collecting tax in South Africa. That is SARS. All right, but they want to know what is SARS in full. So that is what? South African Revenue Services. Then they say explain what the tax threshold amount refers to. The tax threshold, remember, we don't use it in any calculation. It only tells us if the person or the individual is going to pay tax or what. So this is what? The minimum amount one must earn before tax, or before they pay tax, or what? Before tax can be calculated. So for example is that we are given the ages. You see, if you are below 65, you must at least earn 91,250. If you earn below it, you can't pay tax. They're not going to calculate tax, because they are going to when they go to that block. Obviously you're going to be in block number 1. Okay, so that will give what? That will give a tax of negative. You understand? And when it's negative, it means SARS must pay you, and SARS cannot just pay you without you paying less or what, or you paying more. You understand? So then they're just not going to calculate tax. It means that you don't qualify to pay tax. But if you are below age 65 and then your income is above 91,000, you're going to pay tax. Right, they say calculate Mrs. Shiro's annual taxable income. Okay, Now let's come here and calculate the taxable income. I'm just going to use this space because that one we're also going to use it. I see 7 marks there. Okay, taxable income, let me write TI is equals to gross income minus non-taxable income. So the gross income here, remember here they need the annual, right? So we can do the monthly and convert them to the annual, or we can do them straight to the annuals. Okay, so let's see. We are given the monthly salary, we are given we can do the gross, the pension fund. Yeah, we can do that. So we're gonna say, how much is the salary here? 46,523. 46,523,16. That is the gross salary, right? Then we're going to subtract, but let's put here, we have two types of the non-taxable income. We have the pension fund, and then we also have the donation. Okay, then how are we going to calculate the pension fund? We're going to say 46,523,16 multiplied by 7,5 over 100. Close the brackets. Okay, I'm going to open this big bracket. Then we say plus 1,600. Then we can close them. So I'm going to remove it. It's fine. So we're gonna have 46,523,16. Is YouTube here, so you can pause the video and continue. So I'm just going to do them simultaneously. This one, 46,523,16 multiplied by 7,5 over 100. It gives me 3,489 plus 1,600. So it gives me 5,089,24. Then I'm going to subtract that amount there. 46,523,16 minus 5,089,24, and that is how much? That is 41,433,92. So this is the monthly taxable income, but they want what? Annual taxable annual taxable income. So we're going to multiply here by 12. So if we multiply by 12, that is going to be 497,207,04. This is 4 right here. This is 4. Okay, then that is your 4 marks. All right. So I'm going to remove part of this. I'm going to I won't have time to remove everything there. It's gonna take my time. But let me come here. Yeah. All right. I'm also gonna draw a line here. Then we're gonna have 5.1.4 here. Mrs. Shiro's friend earns an annual taxable income of 502,185 rand 60 cents. She claims that she pays more than 1/4 of her annual taxable income toward tax each year. Verify showing all calculation whether her statement is valid or not. Already we are given the taxable income for that friend, and so with that taxable income we can go and identify the tax bracket. So 502, it doesn't fall between this, it doesn't fall, but it qualifies here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is within, we write it, tax bracket 4. Now because we have written what? The taxable income, let's write the rate of tax for bracket number 4. The rate of tax means now we are going to write this part. we write everything the way it is. It says 115,762, 115, is it 600? 762, 762 plus, how many percent? 36%. 36% of taxable income above what? Above 488,700. 488,700. Let me go and verify if I was correct with that amount. Yeah, 488,700. Now I'm done. I will no longer go back up there. So now we have copied this. Now what are we going to do? We're going to substitute. We're going to continue writing 115,762 plus. Now what I like to do when I come here, I like to change this to say 0.36. Is in a percentage, I'm putting it in a decimal. Then I open the brackets of, then the taxable income. How much is the taxable income? Is 502,185.60 minus the weight above. Now here means minus 488,700. So it's gonna be, let's work this one out in a calculator. So I'm gonna say 502,186.60 minus 488,700. It gives me 13,000. Is it 13,000? I don't think it's gonna be 13,000. This one, yeah, 13,000. Then I'm gonna say 13,000 is 13,486.6. Then I'm gonna say this multiplied by 0.36, and then it gives me 4,000. So it's gonna be 115,762 plus 4,855.176. So that is going to be plus 115,762, and that gives me 120,617.18. Then from here we subtract the rebates. How old is the friend? We are not told how old is the friend, because the rebate is a must that you subtract them. Even if you're not given the age, you just have to come up with something, but the rebates have to be subtracted. It's a must. So because when we look at Mrs. Shiu, she is 58. So we also now go, because they didn't give us the age of the friend, we're going to assume that the friend is also 58. But remember, in usual cases, it's rare that you find someone with the same age having a friend the same age, you understand? So we're just going to use the first rebate there. Then we subtract 16,425. 16,425. I think I'm correct. Yeah, 16,425. Subtract 16,425, and then the same is going to be 104,192.18. Okay, but remember, we haven't answered the question. The question was saying Mrs. Chiro's friends earn an annual taxable income of this. She claims that she pays more than 1/4. Now let's check how much is 1/4 of that. So we're going to say 502,185.62 to see what is the how much is the 1/4 here. I'm going to multiply by 1/4. We multiply by 1/4 to see how much is 1/4 there. 1/4 there. We divide by 4. So it's 502,185 0.60 multiplied by 1 over 4. And how much is it? That is 125,546,4. This is the 1/4 of the taxable income, but this is how much she's paying. She's paying less than the 1/4, but she claims that she pays more than 1/4 of the annual taxable income. Therefore, she is invalid. Statement is invalid. Okay, then we continue with question number 5. Question 5 is saying Ms. Chiru has researched requirement to relocate to New Zealand. She requires a skilled migrant visa that costs 4,880 New Zealand dollar, and her husband, who would like to start his own business, needs an entrepreneur resident visa which costs 6,860 New Zealand dollar. An entrepreneur is required to invest a capital amount of at least 500,000 New Zealand dollar in order to qualify for the visa. The table below shows the exchange rates for the three countries on the 23rd February 2023. US dollar, $1 is equals to 18.28 ZAR. British pound, 1 British pound is equals to 22.04 ZAR. New Zealand dollar, 0.088205 is equals to 1 ZAR. First question. Determine the exchange rate of the New Zealand dollar in terms of the South African rand on the 28th of February 2023 in the form New Zealand dollars. I think they were supposed to say New Zealand dollars to rand, but or maybe in the unit form. So already they've given us the relationship between the New Zealand dollar. So New Zealand dollar, they say 0.088205 is equals to 1 ZAR. This is the relationship, but they don't want it in this form. They want it in 1 New Zealand dollar is equals to, so we're going to divide both sides by 0.088205. Then we also come this side, we divide by 0.088205. So New Zealand dollar 1 A1 fail is equals, so we're gonna say 1 divided by 0.088205. So it's equals to, did they say we can run off 11,337 ZAR? That does it. Then they say calculate the total cost of the visa to the nearest 100 rand that Ms. Chiru and her husband must pay should they decide to relocate. Let me go down here. So remember, the wife will pay. Let me just go up here. The wife will pay. This is for the visa only. Remember, not for the investment. This is for the visa. So it's going to be 4,880. 4,880 plus 6,860. 6,860, that is going to be 4,880 plus 6,860. So they're going to pay 11,740 New Zealand dollar. But now we need to convert the New Zealand dollars to rands, because they say we must round off to it must be rounded off to the nearest 100. So it means the answer needs to be in rands. So the relationship, we have it there. So they say 1 New Zealand dollar is equals to 11,337 ZAR. Okay, so I'm using the cross multiplication. We have 11,740 New Zealand dollars. I don't know why I'm writing it like this. We don't know how much is it in rands. So we cross multiply. Question mark multiply by 1, that is the question mark is equals to, then we're going to have this multiplied by 11,337. So it gives us 133,096,38 rand. This is how much they are going to pay. Then they say we must round off to the nearest 100 rands. Remember, this is 100,000, this is 30,000, then this is 3,000. So the hundreds, they are here. So when you round off to the nearest 100 is going to be 100 here. Okay. Now the last question. Miss Shuku's brother stays in America and have offered to lend the capital amount to him at an interest rate of 8.75 compounded annually over 2 years. Compounded annually, okay, over 2 years. Calculate how many New Zealand dollars Miss Joe will have to repay to his brother after 2 years. Remember, the capital needed is 500,000. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I like this method of saying the amount invested or borrowed is always 100%. Then on top of this 100%, they're going to add the interest of 8.75. Not always, again, in this case only. 100 plus 8.75, which is equals to 108.75%. Then I don't want to write this percentage, but I'm going to simply do what? I'm going to divide it by 100 so that I can get the decimal of this. Remember, it was a percentage. I get this is a percentage, and also this is a percentage. So the decimal of this is going to be 1.0875. So now if you invest, the amount borrowed in the first year is going to be 500. Then we multiply by 1.0875. So it means that 1.0875. So it means that in the first year, the amount that the brother will get only in the first year is going to be 500,000, and the interest is included here. This is the amount to be received in first year. Because now we talk about the compound, it means the balance on after 1 year is taken to the second year to calculate the new interest. So we're going to say 543,750 multiplied by 1.0875 again, multiplied by 1.0875. And how much is that? So it's going to be 591,328.13. This is the amount that the brother will get after 2 years, 5.2.3. All right, we have reached the end of part 5. So we are done with the Eastern Cape paper 1 September 2023 or prelim 2023. So thank you guys for watching up until part number 5. I hope, guys, and I wish that you do well in life and then you pass this subject. Please just take the things the way I've just taught you. If you have any inquiry or you have any question that you want me to go through it, please just comment and then you tell me which question paper, which question, and then I will just do that question and then post it. Okay, so good luck.